Hi, I'm Brittany Castro. I am the founder and director of Beyond Asana, and this is a practice to help deal and manage and heal and shift some of the grief, or fear, or just intensity of what is going on in our world right now. So this practice is for anyone and everyone who wants to participate in it. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so if you have two yoga blocks, which I know a lot of people might not, but if you do, we're going to start with a heart bench. Now, if you don't, you can grab any kind of blanket or towel that you have and roll it up just like this and lay it down and just lay on it this way. So there's a little bit of elevation in the heart. You could also, if it feels better, lay it this way and bring it, so if your shoulder blades are right here, you'd bring your shoulder blades right on top of it so that it's not uber curving your back. Maybe scooch up a little, and then it could be like this, or like this. You can also put a pillow under your head, okay? If you have yoga blocks, or something kind of like yoga blocks, you can set up. So I like to set my heart bench up like this, right? So sideways and up and down, okay? Some people like to do it this way. Okay, so you do what feels right for you. And you're going to lay down. And if you're using the blocks, you're putting it right behind your heart. Okay, so like right here, here's my shoulder blade. It's right in between my shoulder blades. That's where it's going. You don't want it too low because that's the lumbar. That's already curved naturally. And we don't want to over curve it. And you don't want it too high because then you're not going to get into the chest. So look something like this. And I like to bring my feet together, knees apart. If this is too much, legs can go straight or knees can be bent like this. So just settle in and close your eyes. Let your shoulders soften back. Bring your breath into the equation. You start to breathe deeply. And just start to feel into your body as you deepen your breath. Notice for tension, tightness, discomfort in your physical shape. At the same time, notice for places that feel good, empowered, strong. Open. And so notice kind of both at the same time. And then notice your mind. Is it scattered? Is it focused on one or two things? And notice how your mind feels. Is it troubled? Notice your emotional body. How does your emotional body feel? And just noticing what is there right now. There's a lot going on in the world right now. Perhaps it's this particular time when you're watching. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of grief. There's a lot of frustration, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of disconnection. And this practice, this particular practice, which I'm offering you today, and when I say you, I mean any person that feels that they need to drop in beyond the clutter of the mind and the clutter of any of those qualities or emotions I just mentioned, and need a moment to yourself. This practice is for you. And what this practice offers is an opportunity to start to move some of this energy that gets stuck in our bodies. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to focus specifically on the areas of the lungs. Keep breathing here. Which energetically hold the energy of grief. And then also we'll come into the shoulders and the heart, which allow for compassion, joy, love, and into the hips, which often hold a lot of emotion past trauma. Okay, so this is going to be an in-depth and perhaps intense practice. Make sure you have the time to come into this practice fully. A couple moments after this practice to process anything that comes up for you. And just stay here for a few more moments. We're starting like this so that we can just start to soften, allow our parasympathetic nervous system to kick in, the nervous system that operates in rest, healing, digestion. And together, please take a big breath in. Open your mouth to sigh it out. 2. 1. And then from here, go ahead and roll off of your blocks onto one side. Feel the support of the ground beneath you. And the breath in your body. And then from here, slowly rise up. And sit on maybe that blanket that you had, or that block that you had, or that pillow that you had. And sit up nice and tall. Let the spine grow long. And let's bring our hands together at heart center in Anjali Mudra. Thumbs touch the sternum, heart lifts. And then just bow your head. And in this gesture of bowing our heads to our hearts, we're considering that we're bowing the ego mind, the piece of the mind that is oftentimes disconnected, moves from fear, moves from trying to be right. And so we're moving from the space of the ego, which is often the unconnected mind, into the space of the heart, which Ram Dass calls the heart mind. And so as we bow, I'm just going to offer a little blessing here. I'm blessing that each and every one of you that is watching, myself included, that is engaging in this practice, may we tap into our deepest truth that lives beyond our minds, beyond our conditioning, beyond our fear, beyond our separation, beyond our ignorance, beyond our confusion. As we bow into our hearts and into a truth that I believe we all share, may this practice help us to release pain and grief and fear, so that we may live in our power, so that we may serve each other, so that we may love each other, so that we may love each other, so that we may live in peace. Together we will join our voices to the sound of Om. And Om is simply, in yogic philosophy, Om is the sound that is thought to have birthed creation. So it has a very high vibration. So when we can come into the sound, it can help to elevate our frequency and our vibration to one that is more open and receptive and in love. Okay, so take a big breath in, close your eyes, bow to your heart. Let it go. And together inhale for the sound of 3 ohms. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth like you're fogging a window. Open the mouth, inhale. Exhale. Feel the muscle in the back of the throat engage. Open the mouth, inhale. Same thing. Close your mouth, inhale through your throat muscle. Keep it closed. This is called Ujjayi breath. Keep breathing in this way. This breath will help calm you, center you, warm you, focus you. Stay with this breath. And then from here, let's make our way right onto hands and knees. So spread your fingers nice and wide. Actually, I'm going to turn this way. My mic is this way. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops. Spread your heart wide. Exhale, tailbone scoops, belly in, round out. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops, look up. Exhale, tailbone scoops, belly in, round out. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops, look up. Exhale, tailbone scoops, belly in, round out. Okay, now inhale, come to a neutral spine, belly and ribs in. Exhale, soften the space in between your shoulder blades. Inhale, twist your right arm up to the sky, open your chest. Exhale, twist it through. So I'm mirroring, so I say right, but I'm doing my left. So twist it through. And then inhale, rise back up. Exhale, twist it through. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, twist it through. Inhale, rise back up. And then go ahead and twist it through. And bring your left fingertips to the mat and twist open. Try to keep your knees under your hips. You can stay here or you can lift your left arm up to the sky. You can stay here, you can reach your arm behind your back. Do whatever feels right for you. Take 3 breaths. And start to push your breath into your chest. Down into the lungs, which are back here. Just want to look for a second. The tips of the lungs at the bottom come all the way back here to articulate. Now inhale the arm up to the sky, the arm that was wrapped, and then bring your left arm down, twist your right arm up to the sky. Inhale. Now stay with me here. Reach your arm overhead. Reach your opposite left leg back and pull in through your belly and waist. Inhale. Exhale, pull into your belly, your center, your core. Inhale, reach it all the way out. Exhale, draw it all the way in, round through your back. Inhale, reach it all the way out. Keep your belly strong. Exhale, pull it all the way in. Inhale, reach it all the way out. Bring your right hand down, step your left foot through, in between your hands. If this bugs your knee, just bring a blanket or that pillow that you had underneath. Your toes can stay untucked or tucked. I like to tuck, that creates a little more support. And then from here, scoop your tailbone in and sweep your arms to the sky. Take your left thumb and scoop your left thumb around your right, so left foot is forward. Try to pull apart your thumbs, reach open through your chest. Pull your belly in and just lift. And breathe. Just breathe. Take a very big breath in as you lunge forward. Stay here and sway to your left, reach towards that bent knee. And then again, you have to breathe into the side body and into the lungs. Again, this is the place where grief is held. Energetically. Good, inhale, rise tall. Exhale, fold and frame your front foot. Scooch the toes forward a little and then straighten your right leg. So your left leg. The right hip is right over the knee. The left foot is flexing, the left hip pulls back and you fold. Just breathe the best you can here. Digging your left heel into the ground, kind of dragging it towards you and lengthening your spine. And so it's also said that there's this idea that our hamstrings also kind of hold fear. And the reason why I believe is that when we're in fight or flight mode, which is the sympathetic nervous system response, the response that keeps us protected, right? When that happens, our hamstrings engage for us to run, right? That's what our hamstrings engage when we run. So oftentimes, and when our hamstrings are tight, we can have that feeling of needing to run or escape or be afraid. So breathe into your hamstrings. Keep your right hand down, twist your left arm up, push your hip back, and twist open through your chest. Big full breaths. Take one more breath in. Bring your left hand down. Bend your left knee. Then plant your hand. Well, stay with me here. So your left foot is forward. You're going to kick it back behind you, up like you're holding up the ceiling with your foot. Now pull your belly in. Take your right hand, reach back, grab your left foot, kick your foot into your hand, and breathe. Now we're going to do a lion's breath to help release through the throat. Inhale. Tongue out, eyes out. Again. One more. Okay, take an inhale. Now stay with me here. You're going to take this foot that you're holding, the left one, and extend it back. The right hand is going to come down, and you're going to turn your right foot open. And then ground your back heel, and you're going to come like this with your arm reaching to the sky. Sorry that my back is to you right now. It won't be next time. And then pull in through your belly, reach up high. And then reach your arm overhead, and again, stretch into the lungs, into the side body. You're also moving into the kidneys here, which are right here, the kidney band. And oftentimes it's said that the kidneys, in Chinese medicine, hold the energy of fear. One more breath. Press your fingers down strong. Okay, you're going to rise up. Pull your belly in, toes turn. Make sure the foot is pressing. And then reach your left hand down, right arm over. Breathe. Now into the right side body. Strong left leg. Tall. And then windmill your hands down. Your left foot is still back. And then just pull your right knee into your chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, kick your foot back into the sky. Inhale, pull the right knee into the left elbow. Inhale, kick it up to the sky. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Kick it up to the sky. And then from here, just step your foot down and shift right into plank pose. Pull in through your belly, soften the back of the heart, feel strength. Press your fingers down, take an inhale. Back a little bit here. And then exhale, lower flat to the ground. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of the feet into the earth. And then let's interlace the hands behind you. Bring your right thumb and pinky on top. Reach your knuckles back. Feet press, belly in, and breathe. Lift through your chest. Keep your feet down, but lift your kneecaps. Pull your low belly in. Okay, one more inhale. Lion's breath. Lower down. Forehead rests. Hands rest. Take a breath in. Press back into child's pose. Go ahead and open your knees wide or keep them closed. Open wide will help get into the hips a little bit. Wiggle in. Reach your arms and just rest. I like to bend my elbows a little bit. My fingers touch. And just a few breaths. Into the back of the heart. And stay there. The protective piece of our bodies. The back of the heart, the back body is protective. It's like a shell. It's like a shield. And so breathe into that area as much as you do your front body. It's perfectly understandable that sometimes we need to feel kind of a little bit more protected, a little bit more shielded But that doesn't have to keep us from feeling love, from giving love, from receiving love. Take one more breath in. And out. Now, come up to your hands and your knees. And then from here, we're going to start with the left hand. Now, reach your left arm up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, twist your arm through. Left arm lifts. Inhale. Exhale, twist it through. Inhale, reach it up. Keep your hips square. Press your fingers down. Exhale. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This time we'll hold. Exhale, twist and hold. Keep your knees right under your hips. You don't want your arm close to your leg. You want it close to more towards your other hand. Come to your fingertips. Kind of plug your shoulder in and then stay here, twist. Or reach your arm up and wrap it behind your back. Roll your shoulder head. Pull your belly in. Big breaths. Maybe close your eyes. One more. Arm up, inhale. Hand down, exhale. Left arm lifts, inhale. Swim the arm over and the right leg back, exhale. Okay, now inhale, lift, pull in through your navel. Exhale, pull into the power center, right at the belly. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, pull it in. Okay, inhale, reach it out. Left hand down, right foot through. Scooch the foot through. Left knee back. You can tuck your toes if you wish. Pull in through your belly, sweep your arms. Hook your right thumb in front of your left thumb. Try to pull your thumbs apart. And then lift up through your chest, up and back. The hip points lift up and then lunge forward and breathe. Just full breaths. The more deeply you breathe, right, the more this energy that can be stuck inside of us informing our decisions, making us feel stressed or worried or disconnected, right, the more that we can move and breathe, the more that we can start to shift and release that energy. Take one more inhale. Exhale, sway to your right, get into the left side body. Big breaths. One more. Rise tall. And then frame your right foot. Scooch the right toes forward, flex your foot. Dig your right hip back, untuck your toes, and just fold. Keep flexing into your right foot. Keep bowing into yourself. And again, getting into your hamstring here. One more. Okay, now from here, bend your knee. Oh, I forgot something. You might have remembered already. Bring your hand up to the sky. Twist towards your straight right leg. Hip pulls back. Just open through your chest. Okay, we got a big inhale. And then bend your knee. Open through your chest. Plant your hands. The foot that is on the floor kicks behind you, which would be the right foot. Left hand reaches. Kick into the hand. Open your chest. 3 lions. In. Tongue out, eyes out. 2. 1. Okay, inhale. Left hand down. Right foot back. Forward one here. And then open up your left foot. Bring your other foot back behind you. It should be hand, knee, and foot alignment. Then reach your top arm to the sky. And then reach it overhead. Turn the arm in and reach your heart. Press your left shoulder back. Breathe. Push the breath into this area. And one more. Okay, inhale, rise. And move over a little bit. Toes turn in, arms reach. Right hand down, left arm over. Strong leg, but try not to lock your knee. Pull your hip bones up, your belly in. Okay, one more inhale. And then bring your hands down on the exhale. Come to the ball of the right foot. Pull your left knee into the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Kick it back. Inhale, left knee, right elbow, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, up. And then exhale, bring your foot down, come to plank. Pull in through your belly. Inhale. And then from here, exhale, lower flat to the ground. Untuck your toes. Keep the tops of the feet pressing. Interlace your fingers. Allow your left thumb and pinky to come on top. Roll your shoulders open. Reach back. Lift your chest. Press your feet down for a moment. Lift your kneecaps. Big breath in. Stay here. Also lift your feet from the engagement of your core and your inner upper thighs. Try not to over-engage your tush. Okay, we've got one more inhale, lift. And then lower down. Bring your hands aligned with your breastbone. This time, tuck your toes, pull your belly in, and push straight up. So really move from your belly, push straight up, plank pose. And then exhale, I'm going to walk your hands forward a little, downward facing dog. So you want a nice long stance in down dog. Hands are about mat width, and just start to pump out the legs, get into the calves, the Achilles, the hamstrings. Nice deep breaths. Eventually you'll find stillness. Just bend your knees a little and stick your tush back. And pull your belly and ribs in, and then straighten your legs the best you can. The heels do not have to touch. Fingers press strong and wide, especially the pointer finger and thumb. Take one more breath in, push up and back. Let it out through your mouth. Inhale, bend your knees and gaze forward. And then exhale, walk your feet to your hands, to the top of your mat. Grab your block or a book or a blanket, something you can roll up tight, bring it in between your thighs. Take your hands 6 inches in front of your feet. If they don't touch the floor, let them touch a block, a blanket, a water bottle. Lift all 10 toes. Squeeze your block and push it back like you're trying to widen your thighs. Pull in through your belly and just fold into yourself. Relax through your neck. Exhale out your mouth. Keep all 10 toes lifted, so that means your heels are down and your toes are up like this. Your arches are lifting. That helps to support your knees and your ankles, all the way into your low back. Getting back into the hamstrings here, lengthening through your spine and really relaxing through your head and neck. Okay, now release your toes. Lift halfway up, either holding the floor or your shins, and then fold forward. Now bend your knees and sweep your arms up to the sky. Inhale, chair pose. The knees are behind the toes, the belly pulls in. And then exhale, fold back down and release your hands behind your back. Lift the arms, pull in through your belly, and fold into yourself. We're going to take 3 lip buzzes here. Inhale. High pitched, go. 2. 1. Okay, if you're laughing at that, you're like, what the hell is this chick doing? It's totally fine. Sometimes we have to be silly. Sometimes we have to be outside of the box so that we open ourselves up to things that are different. Okay? So bend your knees, sweep your arms. Inhale. Exhale, fold again. Halfway, inhale. Release your block, fold. And so I practice with my feet hip width. This offers more stability for my back, hips, and pelvis. If you prefer legs together, you could absolutely do that. Otherwise, inhale, rise, sweep your arms to the sky. Hands to heart. Coming in and the earth stable beneath you. I invite you to place an intention that each movement that we are about to take will help to embody, an offering, so to speak. Mine will be so that we can all collectively move into our own hearts, foster the qualities of love, compassion, and understanding so that we may collectively, as a whole, heal. Any intentions that you'd like to add? And inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Fold forward. Halfway in. Step back as you exhale, plank. Hold on the inhale. Drop your knees, bend your elbows lower to a hover or flat if you prefer. Inhale, baby cobra, full cobra. Feet press, fingers press, shoulders back. Press back, downward facing dog. I'm going to keep on mirroring. So inhale, go ahead and lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. Inhale here. Exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Ground your back foot. Go ahead and rise all the way up, bending into your knee. Warrior two. Again, sorry, my booty's to you. It's going to be different day next time. The left hip pulls back, the belly pulls in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Heel to arch alignment. Breathe in. And then exhale, take it back. Radiant warrior. Bend the knee deep, strong back leg. Take a very big inhale. Exhale, straighten your leg, lift up and back, but try not to collapse. Now inhale, rise up. Turn your right toes in, hands to hips. You'll see this from the back view first. Turn your toes open, draw your tailbone in, sweep your arms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, sit down, hands to prayer. Inhale, right forearm, right thigh, left arm over. Exhale, hands to floor. Inhale, left forearm, left thigh, right arm over. Exhale, hands to T. Rise up nice and tall. Inhale. Go ahead and turn your left toes in, your right toes out. Bend the knee, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Side angle, forearm to thigh, top arm overhead. Draw the tailbone and lengthen through all directions. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, radiant warrior. Inhale, straighten your leg, reach back. Exhale, bend your knee, frame your foot. Lift the back heel, twist the right arm up to the sky. Inhale, squeeze in through your hips. Exhale, bring your hand down, step back, plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, either knees down or up, hover, chaturanga, or flat. Inhale, cobra or up dog, which means thighs off the ground. And then curl over your toes, press back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Sigh it out. You can stay here or child's pose. Breath in. Big sigh. Shake your head. One more. Make some noise. Okay, inhale. Bend the knees, lift the hips, gaze forward. Walk, step, or float your feet to your hands. Halfway in. Fold on the out. Rise up tall. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Reconnect with your intention, your integrity, your heart. Inhale, arms sweep. Fold forward. Halfway. Step back, plank. Hold on the in. Knees up or down on the exhale. Slide forward, cobra or up dog. Curl over your toes, downward facing. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Inhale, push back. Exhale, square off your hip, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Ground your back foot 90. Rise up, warrior two. Inhale here. Push your right hip back, pulling through your belly. Heel to arch alignment. Strong, steady breaths. Take one more inhale. Radiant warrior, exhale. Bend your knee deeper back, leg strong. Okay, big breath in. Exhale, straighten your leg, reach back more. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, turn your toes in, bring your hands onto your hips, heels in, toes open. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, sit down, squat, knees over ankles. Inhale, left forearm, left thigh, right arm over. Exhale, hands to floor. Inhale, right forearm, right thigh, left arm over. Exhale, hands to T. Rise up, squeeze your belly, squeeze your thighs. We're going to do it again. Sit back down. Let's go right this time. Inhale, right forearm, right thigh. Floor. Left side. T. Okay, rise tall on the in. And then on the exhale, warrior two, left side. Inhale here. Radiant warrior. Remember if we did this? I think we did. And then exhale, bring your forearm to your thigh. Top arm overhead. Roll open through your chest. Pull in through your belly. Scoop your left tush cheek under. Breathe in. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Inhale. Exhale, radiant warrior. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend your knee, frame your foot. Twist your left arm up to the sky. Take an inhale. Squeeze your hips. Exhale, place your hands, step back, plank. Inhale. Lower down. Cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. Child's pose is always welcomed. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Sigh it. One more, you guys. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Walk separate foot to the top. Halfway. Fold. Rise. Hands to heart. Bring your left hand onto your belly, your right hand onto the heart, and breathe into your belly, up into your chest. Exhale from your chest down to your belly 3 times. Just feel. One more. Just feel. And inhale, sweep your arms. Fold. Half. If you want to jump to chaturanga, otherwise step back and lower. Chaturanga Dandasana. Rise. Exhale, down dog. Big breath in. Huge exhale. From here, lower to your knees, turn to face me if you're not already. And grab a, so if you need support here, so we're going to come to a squat, right? So if your heels don't lower, grab your pillow or blanket, roll it under your heels. You can also sit on a block or books if you need to. Sit up tall, pull your belly in. Thumbs reach towards your heart. And we're going to come into a throat and kind of shoulder energetic release. It also just helps if you kind of need to get out some feelings of rage, or you just kind of need to scream it out a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of shout ha several times. I know, this might feel weird, like, why am I doing this? Let your neighbors or your kids be like, I'm going to shout ha 20 times in the next 30 seconds. But this, you'll feel it, right? It's like, and if we hold everything inside and if we push everything down, we are not healing. We are operating from that place of feeling triggered, of feeling frustrated, of feeling amped up, of feeling charged. And from there, we cannot see each other. We cannot hear each other. We cannot respect each other as fully as if we are tapped in the ability every single one of us on this planet has to a deeper understanding of truth, of love, and of who we truly are. Okay? So that's what this is about for me. Okay, whew, sweaty. Okay, so take your hands out like this, like a interlace. And I'm just going to show you first. So it's going to be like this. Ha! 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 It's weird, I know. Just go with it. See how it feels. Okay, so tall 20 times. Ready? Close your eyes. Head can come up and down lightly. Go. Ha! Ha! From your guts. Ha! 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 Last one. Feel. It just got stirred up. If you need to sit instead of do this, that's fine. Just be with that. Okay. From here, release, lay on your back. While you do that, I'm going to check the time again. Okay, so lay on the ground. Bend your knees, bring your feet on the floor. Press your palms down, feet down. Draw your tailbone in. If you have a block or a blanket that you can roll, stick it in between your thighs and rise up. Okay, so you can bend your elbows like this, or if it works for the shoulders, you can interlace your shoulders. Feet are straight. Soften your chest just a little bit, not completely. Squeeze the block or blanket. Pull your belly in. We're going to stay here for a while, maybe about a minute. And just press your feet into the ground, your head into the ground, your hands into the ground, or your elbows if they're bent. And just start to breathe into the belly and the heart again. Some of these postures are going to make you feel uncomfortable. It's meant to be that way, because this practice helps us to work with being uncomfortable. When we can move through a posture, a practice where we're feeling uncomfortable, when we can recognize we can breathe through it, as opposed to trying to go around it, try to excuse it, or get defensive about it. Right? This is giving us one of the best tools we could have, which is to be able to be in discomfort and still be on purpose. Still be on our truth, in our truth. So that we can continue to cultivate awareness within ourselves and in the world. Take a big breath in. Lower down. Remove the block, knees touch, hands rest. Swing your hands on your center, on your belly, on your heart. And just feel yourself on the ground. Let yourself rest into the ground. Now from here, two options. Either feet together, knees apart, just like this. You can roll a blanket kind of underneath your knees, like stick pillows under your knees for support. Or if you have a block, lowest level, under the sacrum where your tush flesh is, right? Not the curvy curve. And just come into it here. So getting into the hip flexors, the psoas. The hands can be out, overhead, behind the head. And you just soften. And just breathe here as you feel the vulnerability of this position. This is a very kind of exposed position. But when we put our opinions and our voice out into the world, we are also exposed. We're very vulnerable. And I know a lot of us have been doing that lately. Whether or not, we all agree, we're doing that. And I can feel like we're just a walking around open wound. We have to be able to process all of this stuff somewhere. Somehow. And this practice is a really great way. And if it's not this practice for you, which if you're in it this far, it probably is, but if it's not, then find something else. Hiking, singing, dancing, meditating, sleeping more. Bring your feet onto the floor. Either just stay here or lift your legs up. You can always just bring a blanket underneath if you don't have a block. You can rest your hands back down, maybe palms up. Big full breaths. One more. Bend your knees. Feet on the floor. Lift your hips, release your block. Or your whatever. And bring your knees in. Rock them to the right. Gaze left. And just soften here. Switch sides. Nice big breaths. Roll over to your left. Slowly rise up. Come facing towards the top of your mat. And we're going to come into a pigeon. Right knee forward, left leg back. Now just hurt your knee. Grab a blanket and roll it like this. You kind of go like this. Right under your knee and come into the posture. If that still doesn't work for you, your right knee's like, no way. You'll just come into this instead. Okay? Figure four hip stretch. So let's do right leg forward, left leg back. And walk your hands back, squeeze into your hips. Stay here or reach back and grab your foot. Press your heel in. Kind of squeeze your tush up. Hand can be on the block, on the floor. Lift it. Take one more big breath in. And then release your foot down. And then fold forward. You can use your arms as a pillow. You can use a blanket. You can use a block as a support. See if your palms can turn up. Legs straight back. Try not to rock over to one side. Make sure your leg isn't too far out. And just breathe. And as we get into the hips, notice what comes up. Just allow yourself to be with whatever's there. To witness it. And as things come up that bother us, that we disagree with, what I like to do is instead of right away trying to defend my position, I like to take a moment and get curious about the other. Why they think that way, how they're hurting, how they need love. I know it sounds cheesy, but it helps. Because we're not that different. We really aren't. In some ways we are, and those differences need to be respected and honored, right? But in some ways we're not. In one way or another, I believe that we all want to feel love. We all want to feel accepted. It is a basic need that stems back to when the first man and woman were on this planet. And I don't mean that in like a religious way. I mean that in like a caveman way. If we were kicked out of a tribe, we would die. Right? We needed the tribe back then. So there's still something inside of us that wants to be accepted and loved. Right? So when I look at someone who disagrees with me, I try to still see them from a space of compassion and love. And this practice and my breath work and my meditation work and sitting and being still and getting sleep are the tools that I use to help me do that. Rise up gently. Just switch sides. If you want to switch another way, I'm just going to bring one leg forward, one leg back. Okay, so tall. Squeeze in through your hips, legs straight back. Bend your knee, reach back. Stretching into your quad. Inhale. Release your foot. Fold. Make sure that the hips are square. If you're doing the other thing right on the back, that's fine. And just breathe. And I know that what I do might not be what you do or want to do. And so I encourage you to find your own way to process, to breathe, to be in your body, to thrive. Thriving is something that every single being on this planet has a right to do. Thrive does not mean survive. Thrive means thrive. Thrive means feeling safe. Thrive means feeling happy. Thrive means feeling abundant. All of us. All of us. Keep breathing. Notice what's coming up. Try not to fidget. Try to absorb the discomfort with your breath. Use your tools. Three more breaths. Slowly rise. Swing your leg around. If you're on your back, come up first up. Extend your legs. Roll your inner thigh flesh in, your booty flesh up. Arms up. Fold into yourself. Grab your feet. Grab the floor. You don't have to hold your feet. Lengthen and just fold into yourself. Bowing in. One more. Rise, hands behind you, feet in front. Lift your hips, press your fingers, press your feet down. Let your shoulders widen, your head to back. It's okay too. Big breath in. Lion. Inhale. Sit. Okay, so I like to either roll a blanket or I like to stack my blocks and blanket underneath. Coming for a supportive Savasana. If you just want to lay on the ground and use your pillow, that's fine. And just lay down. If you need a little knee into chest or a little happy infant pose before, you could do that. Otherwise, extend out into Savasana, this final rest. Starting to just let your body descend into the ground, into a peaceful space. Letting go of as much as you can in this moment. Releasing through your toes, your feet, your ankles. Releasing through your shins, your knees, your thighs. Releasing through your seat, your hips, your low back. Softening through your belly, your mid-back, your ribs, your chest. Softening through your shoulders, your upper arms, your elbows. Softening through your lower arms, your wrists, your hands. Softening through your fingers. Softening through your upper back, shoulders, collarbones. Softening through your neck, your jaw, your face, your eyes. Softening through your nose, your cheeks, your lips. Softening through your ears, the back of the head, your forehead, the crown of your head. Soften through your whole body. Shavasana. Gently starting to deepen your breath. If you prefer to stay in Savasana longer, which I always recommend, just hit pause, stay longer, and then come back. Put your hands on your center, diving into this anchor that can ground us and open us, teach us about love. Feel your body on the ground, so supported. Feel your breath in your body, always moving. Pull your knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze. Make any little movements that you might need, wiggle stretches before rocking to your favorite side. Taking the breath and rising up to stay. Sit on a block or a blanket. Let your hands come to your heart and bow again in honor and reverence and grace, not just to yourself, but to each other. In honor of love, of grace, of healing. Take a big breath in. Let it go. And now for one Om. Just take a minute to feel yourself here. What has changed in your body, your mind, and your heart. And remember that we are so capable of tapping in to a much deeper place within ourselves, and moving and speaking and learning and living from this space of integrity, of truth, and of love. And I hope this practice has served you well. So much love to you, wherever you may be. Namaste.